Greetings, dear friends, and welcome to a tale of resilience, passion, and the transformative power of love, set against the backdrop of a beloved culinary establishment. Enjoy the story.
This is the story of the Gourmet Grotto, a restaurant with heart and soul, and of a man named Jerry Connors, who fought against the odds to keep his dream alive. Enjoy this journey of unexpected challenges, enduring friendships, and the transformative impact of kindness and loyalty. Jerry Connors was a man of talent and ambition. As the owner and head chef of the Gourmet Grotto, he had dedicated his life to creating a culinary experience that people wouldn't just enjoy, but remember. His restaurant was his pride and joy, the result of years of hard work and a commitment to excellence. The Gourmet Grotto wasn't just a business to Jerry, it was his legacy. A place with a warm, welcoming atmosphere, impeccable service, and dishes bursting with flavor and artistry. The Gourmet Grotto had become a beloved part of the community, a place where people came to celebrate life's moments, big and small. For years, business had been thriving, with loyal patrons flocking to Jerry's door from all over town. But one day, everything changed. A new fast food place called Burger Blitz opened just down the street, offering cheap, quick meals that immediately began drawing customers away. At first, Jerry shrugged it off as a passing fad, confident that his loyal patrons would soon return, realizing the unmatched quality and dedication that went into every dish at the Gourmet Grotto. However, as weeks turned to months, the crowds didn't come back, and Jerry grew increasingly anxious. The decline in business became even more troubling when Jerry started noticing issues within his own kitchen. Meals were taking longer to prepare, the dishes didn't taste quite as they used to, and his once passionate team seemed distracted. To Jerry's horror, he soon discovered that his own head chef, Liam, was at the center of it all. Liam, a talented but ambitious man, had secretly been sabotaging the restaurant in an attempt to secure a job at a rival eatery. Driven by jealousy and the desire to be the star, Liam had been swapping out high-quality ingredients for cheaper alternatives and deliberately causing staffing issues. The result was a steady decline in the very standards that had once made the Gourmet Grotto famous. By the time Jerry discovered Liam's betrayal and dismissed him, the damage had been done. Word had spread that the Gourmet Grotto was losing its charm, and many of Jerry's once loyal customers had moved on. With debts piling up and morale at an all-time low, Jerry was forced to make a painful decision. He would sell the restaurant he had poured his heart into for years. Heartbroken, he locked up one evening, unsure if he'd ever return. As he stepped into the alley behind the restaurant, he noticed movement in the shadows. Approaching cautiously, he found a young woman and her daughter huddled there. The woman, Lisa, explained that they had fallen on hard times and had been using the back of the restaurant as a makeshift shelter. She apologized, saying they'd been getting occasional meals from the staff but didn't want to impose. Deeply moved, Jerry saw in them a reflection of his own struggle. People with dreams and dignity, brought low by circumstances beyond their control. With compassion, he offered them a place to stay in exchange for helping him clean up the restaurant. Lisa was stunned, and though she initially resisted, Jerry insisted, knowing that he could use the help, and eager to provide them some relief. As Lisa and Amy settled into their new roles, Jerry was amazed by their dedication. Lisa, he soon learned, wasn't just a willing helper. She was a talented cook with a knack for flavors and presentation. Her daughter, Amy, brought joy and laughter back into the restaurant, her giggles echoing through the once silent space. Jerry began to look forward to each day, drawn deeper into their world and inspired by their resilience. Over time, he learned Lisa's story. Once she had been a regular customer at the Gourmet Grotto with her husband, David. However, David had left them, abandoning Lisa and Amy and leaving them with little more than their courage. In Lisa's story, Jerry recognized his own loss but also found hope and admiration. He was determined to keep fighting, not only for himself, but for the new friends he had come to cherish. One afternoon, as they shared a meal Lisa had prepared, Jerry made an impulsive decision. "When I reopen this place, I want you to be the chef," he said. Lisa was taken aback, but Jerry explained that he had tasted her cooking and knew it was something special. After a moment of stunned silence, Lisa agreed, her heart filled with gratitude and excitement. Soon they worked together to restore the gourmet grotto. They repainted the walls, polished the tables, and began planning a new menu. Finally, they were ready to showcase the restaurant to prospective investors. On the day of the presentation, Lisa poured her heart into every dish, and the investors were visibly impressed. However, just as the evening seemed to be going smoothly, one of the investors arrived, and to everyone's shock, it was none other than David, Lisa's ex-husband. David's face contorted with rage when he saw Lisa and Amy. Trying to assert control, he demanded that Lisa come to him, but Jerry stepped in, positioning himself between them. "This is my restaurant," Jerry said firmly, "and I won't allow anyone to harass my staff." Unfazed, David sneered, declaring his intentions to buy the restaurant, claiming that he had every right to Lisa and Amy. But Jerry remained undeterred. In a powerful moment, he declared to the investors that he would not work with anyone who had treated his family that way. David, realizing he'd lost, stormed out. The investors, seeing Jerry's integrity and the excellence of Lisa's cooking, agreed to invest in the gourmet grotto's revival. 3 months later, the restaurant was transformed. With warm decor and a state-of-the-art kitchen, it once again became a place of celebration and community. On opening night, Jerry watched proudly as diners filled the room, savoring each dish Lisa had crafted. As the evening drew to a close, Jerry found Lisa in the dining room, her eyes reflecting pride and exhaustion. "Thank you for everything," he said softly. Lisa, touched, replied, "I couldn't have done it without you." In that moment, Jerry took her hands, feeling more certain than ever of the bond they shared. Overcome with emotion, he knelt and asked, "Lisa, will you marry me?" Tears filled her eyes as she whispered a heartfelt yes. Their laughter echoed through the gourmet grotto, a joyful symphony of love, resilience, and new beginnings. It was more than a reopening. It was the start of a new chapter for them both, one filled with hope, friendship, and the promise of a brighter future.